Hello, David Zaritsky for the Bond Experience. Welcome back. Or if you've just come to this channel, welcome for the very first time. You see, it occurred to me that whether you've been here for 10 years or you've been here for 10 seconds, I wanted to step back and talk to people about how do you get the most out of the Bond experience. We're in a lot of different places, a lot of different videos, images, visuals. How do you make sense of the whole thing? And it's important to start with the what. What is the Bond Experience? The Bond Experience is a social media channel run by me that really just talks about a celebration of living like Bond, one moment at a time. That's our tagline, because it's not about the brands or the style or the locations or the celebrities. It's about everything. It's about those little moments, little tiny moments. Drinking a coffee in the morning like Bond, that really makes up the Bond experience. And we just celebrate it. That's exactly what we do. And we also celebrate the people that do it as well. So this is a channel that focuses on a couple of different places. First of all, you're on the main one, YouTube. This is where we have most of our video. Hundreds of videos that focus on the Bond experience, and you'll enjoy them. They're broken down by playlists. We also have a lot on Instagram. On Instagram, what you're going to find is a plethora of videos talking about the places I've been, food that I've eaten, but all other things like celebrating other people within the Bond community that are either creating, contributing, or consuming. The 3 C's, as I like to call it, not the 4th C that you see in Spectre. All those different things, and tons of visuals. That's the thing that I update multiple times a day. So if you're going for a daily fix, Instagram is your one. And then I've got a Facebook, and the Facebook really is kind of telling you what's new on the Bond experience as a channel, but I've also taken a step back and I use that as a platform to focus on other people besides the Bond experience. What are those other channels, those podcasts, those visuals, those content creators that you should be focusing on? News items. That's what the Facebook is for. Best thing is to do all 3 of them, of course, but if you've got to do one, do YouTube. If you've got to do 2, do Instagram. And for the best experience, try all 3. Okay, that's how to get the most of it. But deep down, what is this all about? What are you going to find in this channel? Well, we are going to be talking about, you can see it in the background, we're going to be talking about style. We talk about James Bond, not just style from a clothing or accessories or watches. We talk about it from a lifestyle standpoint. When the cameras are off, when the visuals are off, what do people do to take those little tiny, what we call invisible Bond moments, and insert them in your life? Why? Because it's stressful out there, and we need those little moments of escapism outside of just watching a Bond movie. So many of us have really embraced that. Do we talk about the fashion? Absolutely. Do we talk to and with and in accordance of the Bond brands? Yes, it's all of that. We do reviews, we talk about events, we talk about lifestyle events, we do all of that. But maybe you're a location person. Maybe you like to talk about the geography of Bond. So we take you on a lot of the places where Bond has been filmed, or some of the literary Bond moments. We have videos galore on those. We also have things around grooming tips and how-tos, things like fitness, hashtag Bond25 Fitness Challenge. We talk about some of the fitness gurus that have actually trained Daniel Craig, some people that have actually gone into fitness because they've trained Bond women, and yes, stunt people that have also talked about fitness. We talk about, as part of that fitness, food and drink. What does Bond consume, and what can we do as far as our consumables every day to stay into the best shape of our lives? It's something that a lot of us have adopted because we're trying to be the best version of who we can be. Not what Bond is. That's a literary character. That's a fantasy character. But how do we take these little Bond moments and apply them to our lives so we can become a better version of us? Do we talk about the movies? Yes, we talk about the movies. We have rankings and we have debates and we talk about all those aspects. We have opinions on the news about new movies coming out or new movies not coming out. We also talk about merchandise. We talk a lot about, the things that we can collect, props and gadgets. And with my collection, I like to use that as a bit of an environment and surround sound. So you'll see parts of that as you go along. It makes it It adds a little bit of spice to the conversation, I think. And speaking of conversation, we do not ignore here the fact that this all started in a book with Ian Fleming. We celebrate Ian Fleming through the Fleming Reading Challenge. We started a book club, so you can see the Bond Book Club and lots of guests. It's not just me pontificating. No, it's talking about the books and breaking them down from a literary standpoint. And what do we think of them? We actually have authors on that have written Bond books and Bond-themed books and Bond genres. We also talk to celebrities, and the celebrities are wonderful because they're so passionate about their time with Bond. So, in a nutshell, you've come to the Bond experience that celebrates all of this. We celebrate the Bond community. We celebrate the people that make up this wonderful hobby. And most of all, we're talking about living like Bond, one moment at a time. So join us, pick out some of your favorite videos. We're going to see you with lots of new ones. And until then, this is David Zaritsky from the Bond Experience. Come explore. Thanks for watching this episode. If you want to be up on the latest from the Bond Experience, just click on this subscribe and subscribe to our channel. You're going to get all the latest and greatest information, plus some exclusive content. And by the way, speaking of content, here's something especially for you, just because we know you. Talk to you soon.